Good evening, everyone, and welcome to regular session meeting for Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. I will call the meeting to order at 5:15 p.m. Would you all rise and please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Zerl, would you please conduct a roll?
Certainly. Mr. Castine.
Present.
Mr. Zio.
Here.
Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Hughes.
Here.
Mr. Kretzer. Here. Mr. Courier is asked to be excused this evening. Mr. Potiker.
Here.
Mr. Timmons. Here. Ms. Waldron.
Here.
The quorum, sir.
Very good, thank you. All legislators have received a copy of the minutes for the 19th, July 19th regular session. There's no additions, deletions, corrections. I would take a motion to accept it. A motion by legislator Hall, second by legislator Waldron. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Minutes are accepted. I will now recognize those in the audience who wish to share their thoughts here tonight with the legislators. Please raise your hand if you wish to be recognized. And state your name and address for the record. And in accordance with the rules of order, all speakers will be limited to 5 minutes. And anybody else? Did I miss somebody over here? Just one person? Okay.
No?
Go ahead. You're welcome to go up there.
Okay, for those who may not know me, my name is Jerry Favreau on the card, and I am president of the board at the Clinton County Historical Association and Museum. And I am here tonight to invite each and every one of you to come on a personal guided tour of our museum, conducted by me, because I want to show you behind closed doors and things that you won't see on a normal tour. And I won't take any excuses for not coming, because I will accommodate your schedule. If you can only come on a Sunday, I will be there. If you can come after work, I will be there. I think it's just very, very important that you see what you are supporting every year, and the wonderful things that we do and our great exhibits, including our player piano and our prohibition exhibit. We have a speakeasy, we have a new display on Lozier, and plasma attraction, and plans for other things to go in. So you can contact me. You don't have to raise your hand tonight and make a date. You can contact me at the number, my cell number's on there, or my email, personal email, and we'll make arrangements for you to come and get a tour. So the chocolates, by the way, are to sweeten you up for when you come on your tour. They are a gift from me. CCHA, like I told you before, does not buy chocolate. So they're my gift to each one of you to come and tour with us.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Perhaps we could, in order to make your life a little easier, maybe we could get 3 or 4 or 5 of us all in one fell swoop to come. Would that be okay as opposed to one at a time?
Yes. Yep.
That
would work really well. Yeah.
We will try to set something up, get a mutual date that maybe all of us can do, and then we'll get a hold of you, and as many can attend in that will, and then we'll leave the others up for
Good.
when they can make it.
Excellent. I look forward to it. You won't get chocolate that day, but
Well, then we're not coming.
So, I'd also like to mention, because I always see it, the fish that's on the seal. Do you know what it is?
Salmon.
Thank you. Because a lot of people that didn't, I didn't, until I was told during the year of the salmon. And they're making a comeback, so it's really appropriate that it be on the seal, Clinton County.
Well, that's a lot better than me. For 25 years, I thought it was a seal.
Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you for your time, and I look forward to your.
I've heard the joke before. It wasn't good the first time. So bad. That's good.
Okay. Now you're all on me. Anybody else? Did I miss anyone? Okay. We'll now go to committee reports. I will call the chairperson of each committee in alphabetical order by committee, starting with Legislator Zio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Buildings and Grounds Committee met on Monday, August 14th. Superintendent James Cleveland discussed several resolutions, including authorizing contract with Adams Glass, authorizing contract with Caltech Incorporated, authorizing contract with Bob's Instant Plumbing, Inc., and authorizing contract amendment with Chimera Integrations, LLC. He also provided updates on the Wendell Energy Services, the airport project, and the government center brick repair project. Resolutions 557 and 560 through 560 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Building and Grounds Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, September 18th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much, sir. Children and Family Services, Legislator Fox.
Thank you, Chairman. The Children and Family Services Committee met on Tuesday, August 1st. Commissioner Christine Peters was present to discuss the resolutions, authorizing payment of membership dues and authorizing New York State Rental Supplement Program grant application and acceptance. She also reviewed with the committee the monthly statistics of June 2023, the North Country Neighbors, Refugee Resettlement, and the City Motel and Macon number 2. Commissioner Peters also provided updates on the migrant population and the trends statewide, the warming center, daycare allocation, and the institution of a wait list, and the Evergreen Townhouse Community ETC regarding housing and urban development HUD, continuum of care, COC, and our findings. Resolutions 561 and 562 have been placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendations. The next Children and Family Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, September 5th at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Economic Development, County Operations, Legislator Walker.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The Economic Development and County Operations Committee met earlier this evening. Tammy Lacey, the Real Property Director, discussed a resolution authorizing the Clerk of Clinton County Legislature to advertise for a public hearing on local law number 2 of 2023 titled Amending Local Law number 1 of 2010 titled Authorizing a Real Property Tax Exemption to Qualified Volunteer Firefighters and Volunteer Ambulance Workers. She also discussed full and assisted services assessment contract fees. Board of Election Commissioner Mary Dyer and David Soulier discussed resolutions amending resolution number 648 dated September 14, 2022, titled Authorizing Absentee Ballot Prepaid Postage Grant Acceptance, and amending resolution 538 dated August 18, 2021, titled Accepting Technology Innovation and Election Resource Tier Grant Program, and authorizing contract with New York State Board of Elections. County Administrator Michael Zerlo discussed a resolution authorizing the Legislative Office to apply for the 2023-2024 Snowmobile Trail Program grant funding. Resolutions number 563 through 568 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. Our next Economic Development and County Operations Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, September 20th at 3 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Finance, Legislator Devens.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee met on Wednesday, August 2nd. Sarah Dana and Seth Hennard of Livingston and McCormick presented on the 2022 audit. John Cowell, of the president of Clinton Community College, presented on the college's proposed 2023-2024 budget to the committee. Resolution 569 titled Authorizing the Clerk of Clinton County Legislator to advertise for a public hearing on the 2023-2024 Clinton Community College budget is on the agenda tonight. Rebecca Murphy, the Deputy County Treasurer, was present to discuss the sales and occupancy tax. Mr. Zerlo also discussed resolutions of the County Legislature of the Clinton County increasing taxes on sales tax and uses of tangible personal property and of certain services, and on an occupation of hotel rooms and on the amusement charges pursuant to Article 29 of the tax law of the state of New York. Resolution 569 through 571 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Finance Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, September 6th at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Health Committee, Legislator Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee met on Wednesday, August 2nd. Rochelle Gregory, the Director of Community Services, was present to discuss several resolutions, including
amending resolution number 91 dated February 8, 2023, titled amending resolution number 931 dated December 14, 2022, titled authorizing contract extension with various agencies and individuals, and amending resolution 499 dated July 19, 2023, titled authorizing contract amendment with Champlain Valley Family Center. Resolutions 572 and 5 through 576 were placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Health Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, September 6th at 4 p.m. End report.
Thank you very much. Human Services, Mr. Joel, you have that?
Yes, sir. On behalf of Legislator Perrier, the Human Services Committee met on Tuesday, August 1st. Wendy Bishop, the Nursing Home Administrator, was present to discuss a resolution authorizing payment of renewal certification and membership dues. Darlene Collins, Director of Office for the Aging, was present to discuss a resolution authorizing contracts with various agencies for rural transportation supplemental services. And Kevin LaBeouf, Director of Veterans Service Agency, was present to discuss monthly statistics for June and July of 2023, and also provide an update on Veterans Affairs statistics. Resolution 577 through 579 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee, as well as resolutions 607 and 629 under Waiver Rule 13.2. Next Human Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, September 5th at 4:15 p.m.
Thank you very much. Personnel. The Personnel Committee met on Tuesday, August 15th. Resolution 608 through 628 have been placed on tonight's agenda under Waiver Rule 13.2. That will be coming up. And the next Personnel Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, September 11th at 5 p.m. Plattsburgh International Airport, Legislator Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Plattsburgh International Airport Committee met earlier this evening. The committee discussed several resolutions, including authorizing contract amendment with Control Touch Systems LLC and authorizing the rehabilitation of Apron Taxi Lane and General Aviation, Apron Phase 1 Design Project Grant Acceptance. The committee also discussed airline and tenant updates. Resolutions 580 through 583 have been placed on the agenda upon recommendation of the committee, as well as Resolution 630 under Waiver Rule 13.2. The next Plattsburgh International Airport Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, September 20th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much, sir. Public Safety, Legislator Castine.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, the Public Safety Committee met on Tuesday, August 15th. Major Nicholas Leon was present to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for 2 police vehicles and authorizing out-of-state travel. David Marcoux from the Probation Department Probation Director was present to discuss resolution authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bid for forensic laboratory testing services. The Coroner Chad Deans, present, discussed the Warren County feasibility study for a multi-county forensic facility. Resolutions 584 through 593 have been placed on the agenda upon the committee recommendations. The next Public Safety Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, September 11th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Transportation, Legislator Presser.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee met on Monday, August 14th. Shannon Thayer, the Director of Planning, was present to discuss a resolution authorizing Clinton County Public Transit fare changes. Highway Superintendent Carl Weiss was present to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing contract with Kravitz Forestry Services LLC and awarding bid to supply and deliver coarse rock salt and treated salt for the snow and ice season 2023 and 2024. Resolutions number 594 through 599 have been placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendation. The next Transportation Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, September 18th at 5:15 p.m.
Thank you, sir. Liaison reports. Board of Health. Legislator Butler.
Thank you, Chairman.
Yes, Board of Health. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The Board of Health has not met since the last regular session. The next meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, August 28th at 7 p.m. and is open to the public. End of report.
Chamber of Commerce, Legislator Butler.
The North Country Chamber of Commerce this weekend is the Bassmasters Elite Series, August 17th through the 20th. Sounds like a good event to attend. The North Country Chamber STPC meeting has not met since our last regular session. The next STPC meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, August 23rd at 9 a.m. at the chamber. End of report.
Very good, thank you. Clinton Community College, Solicitor Brazil.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, no report.
Okay, thank you. Community Services Board, Legislator Castine.
I had a report, but the dog ate it, so I'll include it next month.
Okay, that works for me. Cooperative Extension, Legislator Timmons.
No report.
Intercounty, Legislator Walter.
Yes, Inter-County met Thursday, July 27th in Fulton County and the town of Johnstown. Our presentation, was a destination followed by the Field of Dreams Stadium Tour with David Karpinski, Parkhurst Field Foundation. So basically, our presentation was about the ARPA funds and how they use their ARPA funds to three things, okay? For Route 30 corridor, Phase 1, design and construct a new wastewater collection to provide from the city of Gloversville to the village of Mayfield. And then they're also building Great Sacandaga Lake Museum and Visitor Center. And then we toured the Field of Dreams where Moonlight Graham once played baseball, and that was it was pretty interesting. So basically the Field of Dreams is built and ready for Little League to start commencing.
Very good. Thank you very much. LCLG Regional Planning Board, Legislator Hughes and or Kretzer.
No report.
Okay. Soil and Water, Legislator Timmons.
No report.
Easy. No. Workforce Development.
No report.
Okay. Staff member reports. Mr. Favreau, do you have anything?
No report.
No report. And Mr. Zoul.
Very quickly, just to give you a brief update, budgets are slowly returning to the legislative office, mostly the smaller departments that it doesn't take hours and hours and hours of work to do, but we're starting the auditing process and then getting on the work. Just want to let everybody know that we are continuing to work with the state of New York and FEMA to do our very best to ensure that that the storm events of July 2nd and July 7th are treated fairly, and that our local towns and obviously the county can get some federal reimbursement for those events as well. And a reminder, I know the first resolution on our agenda tonight, but that our meeting, we're only having one meeting in the month of September, and that's been moved to the 20th to accommodate for the NISAC conference.
Okay. Resolutions. The majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees, and the legislature is taking action tonight based in large part on the recommendations of the committees. Mr. Zerlo, would you please read the resolutions to the action? Resolution standards. You're supposed to be setting standards.
Resolution 556, approving change in meeting date of regular sessions 15 and 16 legislature.
Motion, Legislator Hall. Second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 557, authorizing contract with Bob's Instant Plumbing, Buildings and Grounds.
Motion, Legislator Brazil. Second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Resolution 558, authorizing contract with KAS Incorporated, Buildings and Grounds.
Motion, Legislator Brazil. Second, Legislator Henry. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 559, authorizing contract with Adams Glass, Buildings and Grounds.
Motion, Legislator Brazil. Second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Resolution 560, authorizing contract amendment with, Josh, Chimera Integrations LLC, Buildings and Grounds.
Motion, Legislator Brazil. Second, Legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 561, authorizing payment of membership dues at the Youth Bureau.
Motion, Legislator Potiker. second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 562, authorizing New York State Rental Supplement Program grant application and acceptance, social services.
Motion, legislator Potiker, second, legislator Waldron. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 563, authorizing the clerk of the Clinton County Legislature to advertise for a public hearing on local law number 2 of 2023 titled, pending local law number 1 of 2010 titled, authorizing a real property tax exemption to qualified volunteer firefighters and volunteer ambulance workers of real property.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion?
I just want to point out, per New York State law, you have a draft of that proposed local law on your desk.
Any further discussion, questions?
Mike, when will that take effect?
2025.
2025.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 564, authorizing payment of 2024 membership dues, weights, and measures.
Motion, legislator Waldron, second, legislator Castine. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walton?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 565, authorizing the clerk of the Clinton County Legislature to advertise for a final public hearing regarding the closeout of a grant from the New York State Office of Housing and Community Renewal under the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act Grant Program, Planning Department.
Motion, legislator Waldron, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 566, amending Resolution 648 dated December 14, 2022, titled, authorizing absentee ballot prepaid postage grant acceptance, Board of Elections.
Motion, legislator Waldron, second, legislator Potiker. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 567, amending Resolution number 538 dated August 18, 2021, titled, accepting technology, innovation, and election resource grant program and authorizing contract with the New York State Board of Elections. Board of Elections.
Motion, legislator Waldron, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walton?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 568, authorizing the legislative office to apply for 2023-2024 snowmobile trail program grant funding. Legislature.
Motion, legislator Waldron, second, legislator Castine. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 569, authorizing the clerk of the Clinton County Legislature to advertise for a public hearing in the 2023-2024 Clinton Community College budget, Clinton Community College.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Desire. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 570, authorizing contract amendment with Direct Energy Business Marketing LLC. Legislature.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. My favorite resolution of the year. Resolution 571, resolution of the county legislature of the county of Clinton increasing taxes on sales and use of tangible personal property and of certain services and occupancy of hotel rooms and amusement charges pursuant to Article 29 of the tax law of the state of New York.
That should be a resolution just in itself. Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Waldron. Discussion?
Yes, sir. Obviously, that title is a mouthful. That's the resolution written by the New York State Department of Tax and Finance. In simple terms, all this does is extend the county's ability to impose the additional 1% of sales tax from 3% to 4% for an additional 2 years. So it's that resolution and the language in that resolution has to be specific, so that's why it's a little odd.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 572, amending resolution number 91 dated February 8, 2023, titled, amending resolution 931 dated December 14, 2022, titled, authorizing contract extensions with various agencies and individuals, mental health and addiction.
Motion, legislator Hughes. Second, legislator Castleton. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 573, amending Resolution 499 dated July 19, 2023, titled Authorizing Contract Amendment with Champlain Valley Family Center, Mental Health and Addiction.
Motion, legislator Hughes. Second, legislator Pizzato. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 574, authorizing contract amendment with the National Alliance for the Mentally Ill of Champlain Valley, Mental Health and Addiction.
Motion, legislator Hughes. Second, legislator Castleton. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 575, authorizing contract with Creative Communities LLC Health Department.
Motion, legislator Hughes. Second, legislator Waldron. Discussion.
It's not a typo. That's how that word's supposed to be written.
Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 576, authorizing contract with Marty's Carpet and Flooring, Mental Health and Addiction.
Motion, legislator Hughes. Second, legislator Pizzato. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 577, authorizing payment of renewal certification and membership dues, nursing home.
Motion, legislator Hughes. Second, legislator Waldron. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 578, authorizing contracts with various agencies for rural transportation supplemental services, Office for the Aging.
Motion, legislator Kretzer. Second, legislator Potiker. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 579, authorizing contract with Karen Fitzgerald, Office for the Aging.
Motion, legislator Potiker. Second, legislator Pizzato. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution number 580, authorizing contract amendment with Control Touch Systems LLC, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution number 581, authorizing the rehabilitation of Apron Taxi Lane and General Aviation Apron Phase 1 Design Project, Grant Acceptance, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution number 582, awarding bid for the spray foam installation project, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Waldron. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 583, authorizing the rehabilitation of taxiway A pavement and General Aviation Phase 2 construction project, Grant Acceptance, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
That's a good one, Chairman Hall. Resolution 584, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for 2 police vehicles, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castleton. Second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 585, authorizing out-of-state travel, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castleton. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 586, authorizing various contracts for the year 2024, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castleton. Second, legislator Hall. Discussion.
Just for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
As we ask, all of us ask all the time, these contracts, they try to go as much as possible in Clinton County. Anything they can get from anybody in Clinton County, they do. So,
Yeah, a lot of these are specific technology things that are sole source and we have little option, but yes.
Okay, very good. Anything further on it? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 587, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for 4 police vehicles, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castleton. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 588, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids for forensic laboratory testing services, probation.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 589, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation for the district attorney's federal justice seizure reserve account, district attorney's office.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Castine. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 590, authorizing contract with the University of Vermont Health Network Medical Group, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 591, authorizing contract with Samaritan Hospital, an affiliate of St. Peter's Health Partners, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 592, authorizing contract with Rebecca McKinsey, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 593, authorizing Kinney Drugs Foundation grant acceptance, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 594, authorizing Clinton County Public Transit fare changes, Clinton County Public Transit.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Brazil. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 595, authorizing contract with Kravitz Forestry Services LLC, Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion.
Just as discussed in Legislator Kretzer's committee, we are expecting this to be included in the FEMA reimbursement.
Any further questions, discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walton?
Yes.
Resolution 596, authorizing contract with Town and County Bridge and Rail, Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Potiker and Castine. Discussion.
Yes, I just point out that the highway superintendent did find a contract, a county contract to piggyback on to expedite the process, so it's already been bid by another county, and we were allowed to piggyback off that contract. I believe it was Essex County.
Anything further? Thank you for your work on that, Mr. Castine. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 597, authorizing contract with Town and County Bridge and Rail, Highway.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Potiker. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Resolution 598, awarding bid, supply and deliver coarse rock salt and treated salt for the snow and ice season 2023-2024 Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Brazil. Discussion.
Yes, Chairman, this bid price was lower than the previous year, and this is the price that will be afforded all our townships and school districts. Josh, was it school? Or state, the college. Sorry. So everybody should see a little slight benefit in their salt contracts this year.
It's a good thing. Any further? Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 599, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit a request for proposals for emergency management consulting and contract services for response, recovery, mitigation, preparedness, and planning for the Clinton County Highway Department, Highway.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 600, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Kinney Drugs Foundation Grant, District Attorney's Office, Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Castine. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 601, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the fiscal year 2022 Domestic Terrorism Prevention Grant Program, Emergency Service.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Castine. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 602, authorizing the county treasurer to decrease petty cash, employment and training.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Waldron. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Resolution 603, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for the health department budget, health department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Resolution 604, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for the healthcare worker bonus program, health department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter? Resolution 605, commemorating the 75th anniversary of the Moores Volunteer Fire Department and the 70th anniversary of the Ladies Auxiliary.
Mr. Castine, 5-4.
Yes, please.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution number 606, approving reappointments to the Fish and Wildlife Management Board, Legislature.
I suggest 5-4. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. What's 607? Is that a 13.2?
It is, sir, the first one.
Okay. I have a motion to waive Rule 13.2. May I have a motion, legislator Hall, second by legislator Timmons? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. 13.2 issues. Resolutions. Sorry.
Resolution 607, amending resolution number 52 dated January 25, 2023, titled authorizing various contracts for the year 2023 nursing home.
Motion, legislator Kretzer. Second, legislator Potiker. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 608, approving creation of 2 permanent part-time special patrol officer positions in the Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine. Second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 609, approving backfill of permanent part-time registered nurse position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine. Second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 610, approving backfill of a permanent full-time correction officer position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine. Second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 611, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction officer position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine. Second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 612, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction officer position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine. Second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion.
Just, Chairman, all of these, I believe there's 1 or 2 more correction officer positions are legitimate backfills, ones that were fully funded and approved. These are not the positions that we, during budget time, approve and don't fund.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything further? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 613, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction officer position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 614, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction officer position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine. Second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolution 615, approving backfill of permanent full-time correction officer position, Sheriff's Department.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolution 616, approving the creation of a temporary part-time nutrition aide position, Health Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Castine. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 617, approving backfill of permanent full-time caseworker position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolution number 618, approving backfill of permanent full-time typist position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 619, approving backfill of permanent full-time clerk position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Castine. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 620, approving backfill of permanent full-time social services attorney position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 621, approving the creation of a permanent full-time child support specialist position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Castine. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 622, approving backfill of permanent full-time fiscal officer position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
No,
Abstentions?
no, not yet.
Okay, you good?
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. Carried.
Resolution 623, approving creation of a permanent full-time fiscal officer position, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Castine. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
One abstention. Mr.
One abstention,
President.
and one abstention, yes, Governor. One abstention, legislator Kretzer. Thank you.
Resolution 624, approving the reclassification of a vacant permanent full-time employment and training counselor position down to a permanent full-time social welfare examiner position with backfill, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Castine, second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 625, approving the reclassification of a vacant permanent full-time employment and training counselor position down to a permanent full-time social welfare examiner position with backfill, Social Services.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 626, approving the creation of a temporary full-time junior assistant public defender position, Public Defender's Office.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 627, approving the backfill of a permanent full-time motor equipment operator 1 position, Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 628, approving the creation of a permanent full-time senior account clerk typist position, Highway.
Motion, legislator Kretzer, second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 629, amending resolution number 214 dated March 8, 2023, titled Authorizing Various Contracts for the Year 2023 Nursing Home.
Motion, legislator Bizzato, second, legislator Potiker. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 630, authorizing recreational, non-commercial skydiving activities for approved permittees, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall, second, legislator Walden. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Walters?
Yes.
Carried. Is there anything further to come before the legislature?
Mr. Chairman? Yes, Mike, just a quick question, because I don't believe this happens. Do you have a rough idea how long it takes us to get our money back from FEMA?
Once all the forms, you saw, speak back up 1 second, I'll let you.
Well, because
But you saw a
Carl said
resolution,
how much it's gonna be.
you saw a resolution on here tonight to go out for an RFP for a firm to assist us with all of that necessary paperwork, which is cumbersome. But should you do everything right, you probably, it's gonna take a year to get it funded. It doesn't happen all at once, it happens periodically over a period of time.
Thank you.
Anything further? Motion to adjourn. Motion by legislator Waldron, second. Go ahead.
On that FEMA thing, there's also a 5% that covers the cost of.
Yes, that should be, that resolution. All we're seeking now is the, is to seek requests for proposals. That being said, that is, ironically, it's not ironically, that's also eligible for FEMA reimbursement.
Well, the reason I asked that is because Carl was explaining how much just gravel they need for just
Yeah.
one road.
Right now, we're looking, including the townships, about $6 million.
Wow.
And some of those amounts of money in some of those smaller towns consumes their entire highway budget.
Standish Road was what, 2 million itself?
3 million.
3 million.
How many truckloads?
1,700 truckloads.
So he told us, yeah.
All the locals have been screaming for,
Big holes. Yeah, it is big holes.
It's crazy.
Anything further? I have a motion to adjourn from legislator Waldron, a
Yes.
second by legislator Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.